What's going on, you guys? James here with another real review, and today I'm talking all about Two Hearts, starring Jacob Elordi and Tiera Skovbye, and oh gosh, let me take a deep breath. The movie surrounds two people that are living a very similar lifestyle, but their lives are taking place in two different decades and in different places. However, a hidden connection is going to bring them together. You know, the summary for the film sounds much better than the movie itself. Now, before I get into what I didn't like about this film and maybe what I liked, I said maybe what I liked about this movie. If this is your first time here at the channel, welcome to Real James, where I review movies early and I react to a ton of stuff. So if you like all of that and you want to see some more, go ahead and hit the big red button below, subscribe to the channel, and tap on that bell so you don't miss out on anything new. I just dropped my review today for Honest Thief, starring Liam Neeson, and this week has been so busy, so you're going to want to go back and find all that great content. If you haven't already, go ahead and like this video and get loud in the comments below and let me know what you think of this movie. If you see it, if you've seen it, I want to know if you liked it, if you didn't like it, and boy, let's see if we agree on something, because man, this is a movie, all right. The film is actually expected to hit limited theaters October 16th. It's interesting because movies releasing now, it's always so hit and miss. Things are getting delayed due to COVID-19, and sometimes movies are sticking their date, or in Monster Hunter's case, they're just staying put. So I don't know how this is happening, but it's happening, guys. So let's talk about what Two Hearts at least does well. Alrighty, so let's talk about what I didn't like when it comes to Two Hearts. Man, it takes itself far too seriously and it's not funny at all. And the problem here is that it's not even cheesy good. The trailer at least gave me a sort of vibe that I was thinking, okay, I could at least be a little optimistic for this movie because it kind of is cheesy, but I am a sucker for cheesy rom-coms. This just ain't it, y'all. I'm so sorry. Jacob Elordi leads our cast. He plays Chris, our main character, and I know him from The Kissing Booth Parts 1 and 2, both films that I did not like very much, and I know he's in Euphoria. Granted, I haven't actually watched Euphoria. I hear it's a fantastic show. But after watching Two Hearts, I'm questioning Jacob Elordi. I don't want to judge. The man's ripped, he's handsome, he's got a V-cut. I don't have that yet. But his acting here is not only bad, it's terrible. It's among the worst I've seen in 2020. It's not even serviceable for the plot. And the problem here is that the chemistry that he tries to have with his other cast members comes off as very superficial, and it bleeds through the screen. That's a big issue with this film. And not only did the acting feel really forced, everything about the film felt very Lifetime. Actually, I think Lifetime would probably be offended by me saying that. Two Hearts literally is one of those movies that you watch and you're kind of hoping it would end sooner than it did. It's almost a 2-hour film, guys. I just can't believe it. It's based on a true story as well, so you think it would be a compelling near 2 hours. I think it's like 1 hour and 45 minutes. It is not anything near compelling. One thing I was holding out hope for were the parallels between Jacob Elordi's character and Adan Canto's character, Jorge. Both of them have very similar stories in two very different periods of time, and I kind of liked that at first. I thought that they maybe would dive into that and it wouldn't feel very gimmicky. However, the cuts between the two different decades were not only jarring, they just never flowed very well. Neither storyline is very convincing, and unfortunately towards the middle of the film, the story starts to get a little exhausting, not in a good way. I almost felt like this needed to go somewhere and it almost became directionless. Speaking of direction, the director of this movie is actually the executive producer on Man on Fire, the wonderful Denzel Washington film. If only this movie had an ounce of that film's quality, I think we would have been better off. But what I don't understand is how this movie felt like it was so by the numbers. It just felt like it was going through the motions. However, the story sounds compelling. The problem is the writing here and the acting. So those are two very main components of a film. And if you can't nail either of those very well, unfortunately, it becomes Two Hearts. And the end product is just so disappointing. So guys, I hate coming in front of you and letting you know that I didn't like a film. I don't even like talking bad about movies, but sometimes I have to be completely honest with you. And in this case, Two Hearts is probably the worst film of 2020. It's not a good rom-com, and again, there's terribly cheesy dialogue, and our main characters, Chris and Sam, are supposed to have this amazing chemistry, but it feels very artificial and like it almost happened overnight, because I guess it kind of did in the grand scheme of things. I was really hopeful that Jacob Elordi would take the reins on this one and show us that maybe he can act after all, because guys, I was holding out hope for pretty much everyone in this film because I wanted an escape from action, from drama, and I wanted to get into something like this, a rom-com. But guys, no, I'm sorry, this just ain't it. And honestly, if Jacob Elordi keeps taking roles like this, well, you know, hey, at least we have Euphoria. Alrighty, you guys, well, there you have it. That is my review of Two Hearts, a film that I wish I could tell you I didn't hate, but, you know, listen, I don't hate movies. I just don't think this film is very good at all, or in the slightest. Again, probably my worst movie of 2020, but I want to know what you guys have to say about Two Hearts. So go ahead and get loud in the comments below and let me know what you think of this film when you see it. Like this video and go ahead and hit the big red button below if you want to see more reviews. Guys, trust me, I don't usually hate films, okay? I don't usually come on here and get really upset over movies, but man, this movie was just, nah. If you do want to see a review for a film I loved, The Trial of the Chicago 7, highly recommend that this weekend, guys. You can find that review floating around on top or across the channel. And guys, if you love The Legend of Korra, I had my reactions drop for episodes 11 and 12, and next week, we're getting into the season 3 finale. I'm so excited for it, guys. Alrighty, well, let me go ahead and get prepped for that. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you at the next screening.